Yeah. So we're going to probably be live for a little bit. We'll be live for just a little bit today, or for right now, and then we will be back live later tonight. Because I have something to do at 5 Eastern. So then we have that at 5. And then we got I have something to do at 5. But right now we have some surprisingly very, very good games that are way too close that no one expected, honestly. I know I didn't expect some of these games to be as close as they are, but stuff happens and I'm just caught off guard by it. I did not expect some of these games to be as close, but then again, as I say that, Georgia just takes the lead even more. So, I mean, damn. Good for Georgia. And then this Clemson Wake Forest game is living up to the damn hype. Hardcore. I'm excited about it. I know a lot of people were talking about that game, and it is living up to the hype that we all were wanting it to. And it is. What is that? It's living up to the hype times 10, I feel like. Some people may not agree with me, but I've seen, and I had work, so I got out at 2:00. So it's just been a long, long day for me, but now I get to spend some time with y'all, and I know that y'all love that, because I love it. I'm not saying y'all love it because I love it, but you guys know what I meant. But let's show you guys the games that are going on right now, so you guys see the scores and just look at the scores. Let me grab my water. Just look. So let's start with the number 1 team in the country. We got Kent State versus Georgia. Number 1 Georgia struggling. They're up 39-22, but they are struggling hardcore. It's very surprising to me how bad they're struggling. Yes, the score is 39-22, but this is Georgia. They're the number 1 team in the country. They haven't allowed 20 points in a game this season. Just look at this. Georgia this season. This is Georgia this season in their games. 3-0. They are 3-0. The number 1 team in the country for a reason. They've only allowed 10 points in all 3 games combined. Against Kent State, who is 1-2, they have allowed 22 points. They have doubled their points allowed in this one game. Yes, there's 5:26 left, and we have an interception from Georgia. Colin Schleet pass intercepted by Christopher Smith, returned for 7 yards to the Georgia 32-yard line. Stetson Bennett only has 272 yards, and he has an interception. And we have Walker for Kent State, 106 yards and 1 TD. This is not looking great for Georgia, especially if Alabama comes out tonight and Alabama destroys Vanderbilt. That's not a good look for Georgia. I think you will see Alabama regain the number 1 spot if they destroy Vanderbilt. But right now, it's looking like it's not going to happen. Right now, it's looking like we'll have to see. But then we have Michigan versus Maryland. And it is 27-19. They went into halftime tied. Or no, they went into halftime 17-13. Michigan was up. Can Maryland come back from their 8-point deficit with 6:30 left in the fourth quarter to win the game or tie the game? They need 8 points to tie the game. Can they tie the game back up? J.J. McCarthy, 220 yards, 2 TDs. And then we got Corum. Another great performance. Put him on the Heisman list. Put him on there. 178 yards, 1 TD. He is having himself a game. Again, last week I think he had 5 TDs. In this week he has 178 yards. A lot of people are saying, "Oh, he had that great performance." But he doesn't have a lot of yardage. Well, he's got the yardage now. And then we have Clemson versus Wake Forest. This is the game that I am going to be watching the most because this is a great game. This is a game that we are all excited for. Then Central Michigan versus Penn State. Penn State is up 33-14. Number 14 Penn State. And honestly, I was caught off guard. By the score. Central Michigan looked like they were keeping up with them, and now yes, Penn State is looking like they're running down the field. They're on Central Michigan's 15-yard line, 3rd and 7, looking like they're gonna get a field goal or a touchdown. I know, bro. Wake Forest, bro. Then we have Baylor, Iowa State. I had an upset watch for this game. I'm sorry I didn't go live this morning. I had work. Next week, I promise you guys, we will have our first college football pregame / wake-up show, and it will be amazing. Right now, if you can see some of the mess behind me, I know you guys probably can't, but I'm redoing my room, so I get my room looking amazing for the streams, and I have a whole other thing coming out with my brother, coming out in the next month, 2 months, coming out. He's at college right now, so we're waiting for him to come back down, so we're waiting for that. And then we'll have a whole nother podcast. It won't be sports related. But there'll be a whole nother podcast. And I know y'all will love it just like you love this. But can't wait for next Saturday. It's going to be a great day. But then we have Baylor versus Iowa State. Baylor looks like they got this with 1:47 left. Then we have Wake Forest. This is the game that I'm looking at the most. Maryland, 6 minutes left. We'll keep our eye on that. But right now we are going into the game cast. Field goal for Wake Forest makes it a 38-35 game. We have Clemson down. The number 5 team in the country is down to the number 21 team, Wake Forest. Everyone was counting Wake Forest out. Everyone was saying Wake Forest ain't going to win. Wake Forest is not that good. Well, they came to play this game. They were getting counted out. What was the spread on this game? Clemson was a 7.5 favorite. And we have Wake Forest proving why they are legit in the ACC. We have I can never say his name. Clemson's quarterback. The big U, I call him. 313 yards, 3 TDs. He's doing some pretty good things. But then we have Sam Hartman, who is the leader of this Wake Forest offense, the leader of the Wake Forest team, the face of Wake Forest, the Demon Deacons. Sam Hartman, 317 yards, 5 TDs. He is playing his heart out. Then we have Banks for Wake Forest, 141 yards and 2 TDs. Wake Forest stars came to play this game. They are wanting this win. They are hungry. They are so hungry for this win. And I hope that they get it. I really do. Because they deserve this win. Give Clemson their first loss. If Clemson loses this game, Is that their season? Are they going to make the college football playoff? But then again, it is the college football playoff, and we all know how the committee is. They love Clemson, Ohio State, Georgia, and Bam. No, I would not say they don't really love Georgia because Georgia's. But I would say they love Bama, Ohio State, and Clemson. They love those three freaking teams. And we all know that the committee sucks. We all know that the committee really does suck. Exhaust pipes. We all know it. But the thing is with them is that if Clemson loses, but then again, it is to a ranked team. So it won't affect them as bad. I'd say they do fall out of the top 10. I will say that. But I think that they are going to stay in the top 15. And I think Wake Forest is going to skyrocket up. I don't say Wake Forest goes to the top 10, but who freaking knows with the damn committee? You never know with them. Am I freezing? Let me know if I'm freezing. Whoa, I did not click full screen. 1 minute, you guys. Just struggling. And we're frozen. 1 minute. One minute, you guys. Sorry about the wait. Whoa, 1 minute, you guys. There we go. I apologize. I'm sorry that my computer sometimes sucks. Move back. Do that. But for now, we're back to showing. It is 38-35, and we have a Ivan Mora kickoff, and Antonio Williams returns it for 26 yards to the Wake Forest 46-yard line. Wake Forest, no, I don't know. But then we have DJ, pass complete to Will Shipley. Shipley's got himself a game, 17 carries, 87 yards, and 1 TD. And the Clemson is in Wake Forest territory. Can Wake Forest defense come up with the clutch stop and hold them to no points, or will they allow a touchdown, or will they allow a field goal to tie the game back up? 2nd and 6, Clemson got the ball. Clemson, I wouldn't say that, I can never say that Clemson, Bama, or Ohio State season's over if they lose a game, especially to a ranked team, because how the committee is. The committee will look at that like, oh, it was a ranked team, so da-da-da-da-da-da. Even though they are a bunch of idiots. And we have a final from Georgia. Georgia beats Kent State 39-22. They were 44.5-point favorites, you guys. And they only won by 17 points against Kent State. That's not good. And it is a first down because DJ with a 3-yard run. But yeah, you can never, with the committee, I hate the committee. I really do. They're the most crookedest people in the world. They look at everything like Bama versus Clemson's going to get more money and more views than Bama versus the team that deserved it. Like, that's why last year everyone was so caught off guard by Cincinnati making it. They deserved it. But everyone was caught off guard because it's Cincinnati. They are a group of 5 team. And yes, they did lose. They did. Bama did kind of beat down on them. But they made it there. So that's what counts. And we have a sack on DJ. Sacked for 9 yards. 2nd and 19. Malik Mustafa has 1 sack. And that is his first tackle or second tackle of the game or something. And there's 5:55 left in the 4th quarter. And that sack was huge. It pushes Clemson back to the 50-yard line. That is big. 2nd and 19 for the Demon Deacons. Let's see what happens now. But yeah, the committee is just, they suck. I can be honest with that. They really do suck. I feel like the committee needs to work a lot. DJ with a 7-yard run. And, DJ's looking like he's trying to take this game over. On to the Wake Forest 43-yard line. But yeah, I just feel like the committee, they got to fix a lot of stuff. I'm happy that they're going to a 12-team playoff. But the problem with that is that looks like, I'm afraid that's going to turn into, the committee's going to be like, we want to get, you can have 2 losses and still make it into the playoff. You know what I mean? So like we're going to see Bama, Clemson, Ohio State into the playoff no matter what. And I feel that's my biggest fear to see. Like I don't want to see that, but we all know that's probably what's going to happen. And DJ with a pass to Jake Brennenstool for 8 yards. It's 4th and 4 now. And on the Wake Forest 35, I think that's like a 40-something yard TD pass. I think that's like a 40-yard, or not a TD pass, a 40-yard, get off my screen. I think that's a 40-yard kick or something, like a 45-yard field goal, a 42-yard field goal for Clemson. Let's see if they make it to tie the game up. 4:01 field goal is good. It was a 52-yarder. I was so wrong. 52-yard field goal from B.T. Potter. And that is a tie game with 4 minutes left in the 4th quarter. Last one, we saw them run. We saw Wake Forest just go down that field quickly and easily. So we'll have to see now, will they be able to do that again? Will Wake Forest be able to do that again? 4:01 left in the 4th. Let's just... What the hell just happened? Oops, I actually went back. Okay, let's just look around and see if anything else has happened. Maryland's down now down 34-19. Look like Michigan has wrapped that up. And we have Corum has 243 yards rushing and 2 TDs. Like I said before, put him on the Heisman list. And we have Penn State up 33-14 on Central Michigan. Look like Penn State going to go 4-0. Then we have a final from Baylor. If I can find it. Baylor wins 31-24. And wow. Baylor goes to 3-1 on the year. It gives Iowa State their first loss of the year. Then we have Pittsburgh, number 24 Pittsburgh going up against going up against Rhode Island. Pittsburgh beats Rhode Island 45-24. Let's see what else there is for game. We're waiting. This Clemson game is the one that everyone's watching right now. Is the one that we are all excited for, and it's coming down to the end. It's coming down to the end of this game, and we are all for it. Clemson, both teams are looking to stay undefeated. Who's going to get their first loss? Will it be the mighty Clemson Tigers or the Demon Deacons in Wake Forest? Who will it be? I think Wake Forest is going to win it. That's what I'm hoping for. That's what I'm hoping for. But you never know, because this is college football. So we may see Clemson be able to pull this off. But we will have to wait and see. Now let's go back onto the game cast. With 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter, can Clemson stop Wake Forest's offense? And can Wake Forest score a touchdown to give them a lead or get a field goal with 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter? I'm excited to see what the heck is going to happen here. Let's just see what will happen. And it is a BT Potter's kickoff. It's a 65-yard kickoff. It is a touchback. Now we wait and see what Sam Hartman, who's already had a phenomenal game, 317 yards, 5 TDs, can he get a 6th TD? What will happen now? That is the question that everyone's wondering. Even the people that are the thing. Will Wake Forest pull it off? Pull off the major upset. Yes, they are ranked 21st in the country, but still, beating Clemson is a major, major victory for Wake Forest. And it is a 6-yard run for Justice Ellis, who has 11 carries on the game and 43 yards. 2nd and 4 on the Wake Forest 31-yard line. Can Wake Forest pull this off? 3:45 left in the fourth quarter. Wake Forest now, Justice Ellis, another 6-yard run. Gives them the first down and to the Wake Forest 37-yard line. He has 49 yards. He's about to clip 50. Let's see what will happen now. Will Wake Forest get another first down? It's 1st and 10 now. What's going to happen? I'm just surprised that... I'm not surprised that this is such a good game, but I am a little bit, because I honestly thought that Wake Forest was Clemson was going to try to prove a point. But Wake Forest has been the team that's proving a point. Like, they're saying that they are ready and they are going to compete against these elite teams. And I'm all for it. I love this. 2nd and 4. And Justice Ellis with a 3-yard run to give him a 3rd and 1 now. Ellis is at 58 yards. Looks like Wake Forest is just going to... Looks like they are just running the ball to waste the clock down to try to get a field goal, but they are still in their own side of the field. They're on their own 46-yard line. So what will Wake Forest do? Will they get into the Clemson sideline or side of the field? What is Wake Forest have up their sleeve? Penn State has won 33 to... 33-14. They were a 26-point favorite going into that game. And they won by 17 or 20. Let me see. They won by 19. They won by 19. And we have Justice Ellis 1-yard run to give Wake Forest the first down. Minute 48 left in the fourth quarter. What does Wake Forest have up their sleeves? Minute 48. They're on their own 46-yard line. They got to pass it. They have to pass the ball here. They have to give a good pass. There's a minute 48 left. I know they're trying to waste the clock down, but you got to pass it to get some more yardage. Come on. Y'all got this. Come on, Wake Forest. Everyone in the country, except for Clemson fans, are rooting for you. We want to see Wake Forest beat Clemson. Minute 20 left. And Justice Ellis, 3-yard loss for a run. They try to run it again. Clemson's defense is picking up that you guys are just trying to waste the clock. Pass the damn ball. You got Sam Hartman, who already has 317 yards and 5 TDs. Let him try to get another one. Minute 20 left. You have 80 seconds. Come on, Wake Forest. Don't blow this. Y'all got this. And it's a sack for Tyler Davis. He has 2 tackles and a half a sack. Timeout by Clemson. 3rd and 17 for Wake Forest. See? This is what happens, Wake Forest, when you guys run the ball. Now they're blitzing you. And this and that. When you guys had 3 opportunities to pass the ball. You guys are blowing this yourselves. Clemson right now is just sitting back like, yeah, you guys now are going to pass. You have no choice but to pass the ball. And that's a dumb move on your part, Wake Forest. You guys are showing, right now you guys are proving to people, oh, look at Wake Forest can't compete with them those good teams, those really good teams. Well, right now it's proving. Right now it is showing. They're on their own 40. They got to get to Clemson's 36, I think it is. Maryland scores, makes it a 34-25 game. But right now we are waiting to see if Wake Forest can try to get a field goal, but they are 3rd and 17 on their own 40-yard line. What can Wake Forest do? What will they do? Because that is the question that I'm asking. What does Wake Forest have in their repertoire to get this first down? 58 seconds left. They need this first down because if they don't get this, it's way too long of a shot for them for a field goal. So what is Wake Forest going to do? Are they going to try to get it to like 4th and 3, 4th and 2, 4th and 1? Or are they going to go for that first down? That is the question that I'm asking myself right now. What is Wake Forest going to do? They're going to pass it? They have to pass it because they ran it, I think, every single play except for one. On this drive, they have 7 plays. I think they've run it 6 times and passed it 1 time. So that's not good. That's not good football right there by the head coach for Wake Forest. I get it that you're trying to waste the clock. I get it that you're trying to get the clock down. But when your running back only has 56 yards in the game for a reason, and your quarterback has been shredding Clemson's defense, you keep running the ball. That is just stupid coaching. Bad coaching right there. Your quarterback, it is 34-27 Michigan with 45 seconds left after Maryland gets the 2-point conversion. We have a game there too, but right now we are locked in. Maryland has to get that onside kick no matter what if they want to win that game. So they don't, then the game's over. But what's going to happen? This is a long-ass timeout by Clemson. I just am in awe that this game is just so close. And it is a 12-yard pass from Sam Hartman to complete to Blake Whiteheart. Timeout by Clemson with 49 seconds left in the 4th. They're on the Clemson 48. That's like a 60-yard shot for Wake Forest. And I don't know if their kicker can handle that. I don't think so. I don't think Wake Forest kicker has that power. But 49 seconds left. After this, 49 seconds left in this game. Unless we go to overtime. What is going to happen? Will Wake do it? Will they go for it? What will Wake Forest do? Will they go for this? Or will they try a field goal? Or will they just punt it? But I think punting is the last option for them. They want to win. But do you risk the 4th down? Because you're already on your own. You're on their 48. You are 3 yards from your own side of the field. This is a lot of thinking. And Michigan wins 34-27. A much, much closer game than anyone predicted. Maryland showed today that they are a legit team, that they can compete with the best. Congrats to Maryland for putting up a good game. And surprising game for Michigan, but Michigan's running back Blake Corum better get his respect. And now we have another. This is, like I said, we are on a timeout. Clemson timeout. We are waiting to see what is going to transpire. Is Wake Forest going to pull it off, or is Clemson going to pull it off? Wake Forest is in 4th and 5 on the Clemson 48-yard line. Woo! What is going to happen? And they punted. A surprising move from Wake Forest. 34-yard punt down at the Clemson 14. Whoa. Did not see that move coming. But that is smart. 39 seconds left. Wake Forest is playing for overtime now. Clemson is trying to get into field goal range and let JT Potter kick it through the uprights. Can Clemson get it down to the Wake Forest end of the field? We sit and wait now. Will Shipley run for 4 yards? Clemson was calling those timeouts looking like they wanted the ball. And then they run it first play. Shipley has 95 yards and 19 carries and 1 TD. 22 seconds left in the quarter. In the game, technically. But I think we're going to overtime, you guys. I think that's what's going to happen. I think we're going to go to OT. Just wow. Yep. We are heading to overtime in Wake Forest versus Clemson. Did not expect that from this game. I did not expect them to go to overtime. Wow. Didn't expect that though. I knew this was going to be a really, really great game, but I did not expect it to go overtime. I thought it would have been the last second field goal to win it. And Wake Forest had the opportunity to. But they punted it, which I don't have a problem with. It's just the fact that, just wow. Just wow, because the fact of how do your quarterback have 329 yards and 5 TDs, and you go to your running back who has only 56 yards, and you run the ball to try to waste clock. I get waste the clock. Get the clock down. You had 4 minutes left in the game. But once you notice that his run game isn't working and Clemson's picking up on it, switch your scheme. Go back to passing. Because they were blitzing, and then once you went back to passing, they blitzed on purpose, and you got sacked and lost, I think it was 6 or 8 yards. So that is not good at all. Like, that is not good coaching at all, especially for not expecting Clemson to blitz at that point. That was just dumb football. But now we got to see if Clemson or Wake Forest, who is going to win in overtime. It is, I don't even know how many overtime games we've had this year. I feel like we had, I guess I'm fucking yawning. I think after this game I'm done and I'm taking a nap. And then waking up and going to what I gotta do. But yeah, I just feel like this year, I feel like there's been more OT games than there was last year. Already. I got the hiccups. I feel like there isn't as much. I feel like the games are much better than last year's games. I feel like because you don't really know who's going to stop who. Like, yes, we have Georgia who looks unstoppable. Today, they didn't look great. They didn't look amazing. Then you have someone like Clemson who, okay, and then you have Bama who's shown that they are beatable. Texas should have beat them. Texas choked. I don't care what anybody says. Texas choked hardcore. Then you have a team like Ohio State. Are they going to be able to handle the pressure? That is yes, they handled Notre Dame well. But they're at home. My question is, can CJ Stroud hold all this pressure on show? Bryce Young's proven that he can. He can hold that pressure. He's the Heisman winner. Returning Heisman winner. He's proven it. But then again, this year is another proving year for Bryce Young. Can he keep that pressure? Can he just keep shaking that pressure off? That is the question that I have for Bryce Young. Can he keep going the pace he's going? CJ Stroud, I think he has. I honestly don't think CJ Stroud is all that. I know a lot of people that, oh my god. But you see the receiving core he had. Same with Justin Fields. I think Justin Fields is a really good quarterback. I think the Bears have a great future with him. But I just don't see the hype around CJ Stroud. I look at his wide receiving cores the last 2 years. Literally Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave. 2 first-round picks. Then you go to, okay, then they'll be like, oh, this year he has Smith. I can't say the rest of his name. Then he has Marvin Harris Jr. He has Njigba. Or not Njigba. Mbuka. You know what I'm saying? Like, he has those weapons. He has these weapons on offense. I give credit to Day for recruiting him. He's a great recruiter. And then we have, right now, Wake Forest, 2nd and 1. And it is a 9-yard run to start the drive. And now we have a 1-yard run to get Wake Forest the first down to the Clemson 15-yard line. Justice Ellis has 18 carries, 66 yards. Wake Forest is looking to score a touchdown this first drive in overtime. Yes, you heard me right. Wake Forest versus Clemson is in overtime. And this has been a great game. I'm sorry that I started late, but I had work. You can't control me. I'm making my money. Soon my money will be this. No gain from Justice Ellis. 2nd and 10. Wake Forest, pass the fluffing freaking ball. For the love of God. Pass it. Pass it. Sam Hartman is there for a reason. Or do a fake run to Justin Ellis and then run with freaking Hartman. Do something different. The last, I think, so you had 7. Another run. Okay, 7 yards, yes. Make me eat my words. Do it. But for the love of God. 7-yard rush for Ellis. He's up to 73 yards now on 20 carries. 3rd and 3 on the Clemson 8-yard line. You do not want to get a field goal, Wake Forest. You need to score a TD. A TD is what you need. No matter what. Because you know damn well Clemson's offense is excited to get to start that far down the field. 3rd and 3. You better get this first down. Let's knock off the mighty, mighty Tigers. Let's see what the Demon Deacons can draw up here. 3rd and 3. They have a 51.4 chance percentage win probability, they're saying, by ESPN. And it is a touchdown! I don't know by who, though, because I just saw the score update. But who the fluff scored? And it is a pass. What did I say? I said pass the fluffing ball, and they pass the fluffing ball, and they get a touchdown. I'm a genius. I don't even know that much about football like that. Like, I'm learning still. But damn, I'm good. Sam Hartman. Pass to A.T. Perry for a 8-yard TD. Hartman has 6 TDs on the day. Hell of a game. Put him in the Heisman talks too. Screw Bryce Young. He already won one. Screw C.J. Stroud. Screw Caleb Williams. Stop looking at the big, big, big schools. Look at these small schools. I know I was talking about Michigan's running back, but look at something different than a fluffing quarterback. I know Hartman's a quarterback, but come on. They already have a quarterback award. They have a running back award. The Heisman's meant to be an all-around player. Make a defensive Heisman, because everyone's everyone's sick and tired of seeing a quarterback win it every single freaking year. And if Bryce Young wins it again this year, you guys suck Bama so hard it's not even funny. It's not even funny. Give running back, wide receiver, tight end, cornerback, safety, defense. Any player deserves that award. Last year, Aiden Hutchinson deserved that award. Yes, Bryce Young had a great year. Aiden Hutchinson deserved that award. We all know it. This year, it's the same as last year. DJ, run for no game. 2nd and 10. But look at that. 337 yards. 6 TDs. Like, he is showing. Pass to Collins. 4-yard run. Or 4-yard pass. Makes it 3rd and 6 for Clemson. On the Wake Forest 21-yard line. 3rd and 6. What will Clemson do? What will they do? What will Clemson do? 45-38. Wake Forest is up on Clemson in OT. What will Clemson do here? 3rd and 6. Question is there a season on the line? Is there a season on the line? I don't think so, because the committee loves them some Tiger. They love them Frosted Flakes. They're great. Mighty, mighty Tigers, if you ask the committee. Just like Roll Tide. Well, let's see what they will do. Touchdown! Clemson! DJ, 21-yard pass to Brooks Collins. And it is a... What the hell is going on here? 21-yard TD for Collins. And DJ gets his 4th TD of the game. 35 yards. 350 yards for DJ. Wow. And 4 TDs. This is looking like it's going to be a college football classic game for years to come. End of the game. What happened? Why does it say end of game? Should be end of the first OT. What happened? That's the end of the first OT, right? I don't care about this ad. Get off my screen. What the hell's going on? End of OT, right? Yeah. We're going to our second OT. Oh, man, I'm just shocked. Okay, end of second overtime. What is going on? I'm going on my phone. My freaking nose has just been running. Thanks, Mom. Then we got, let's see. Any scores around the country, let's see. We have a really big game in the Sun Belt, you guys. James Madison versus App State as we wait for ESPN to stop their bullshit. It is James Madison's up 3-0. This is a big game all around for App State and James Madison. And here we go. 2nd and 1. First play of second overtime for Clemson is a 9-yard run for Shipley. Gives him over 100 yards. And it's a penalty. False start. Just kidding. 5-star penalty on Clemson. Moves it back to 2nd and 6. But Will Shipley's had over 100 yards now. 104 yards, 1 TD. And it's an incomplete pass to Collins again, who has 4 receptions, 60 yards, and 1 TD. He has come up clutch in these overtimes. Then we have Auburn, who won in overtime, 17-14. TCU beats SMU 42-34. We have Buffalo beating Eastern Michigan 50-31. Mississippi State blowing the sugar off of Bowling Green 45-14. And Kansas is still undefeated. Go Jayhawks! 35-27 victory over Duke. Put them in the freaking top 25. Them and Syracuse. Give them their damn respect. Shit. Clemson, or not Clemson, Syracuse and Kansas, if they're not in the top 25 this week, I'm done with that. Like, I'm sorry. They deserve it. They're both 4-0. Ain't no one expect it. Put them in the top 25. Put them in the top 25. Put them there. They deserve it more than a lot of teams. Yes, they are Power 5, and I am not a Power 5. I love college football, but I'm not like a big Power. I love my group of 5s. I love my FCS. But they deserve it. They've got touchdown. I'll get back to the minute. Touchdown for Clemson. DJ pass to Davis Allen. His 4th reception of the game. His 2nd TD of the game. 21-yard pass. Another 21-yard pass for DJ in overtime. Looking like Clemson may win this. Let's go, Wake Forest's defense. Wake the fluff up. Because you're going against the number 5 team in the damn country. They are ready to win. Like I said, that 4th quarter blunder by Wake Forest is a huge one. Like I said, when they passed it, what did they do? They scored a touchdown. Like I said, when Wake Forest passed it in overtime, they scored a touchdown. There was 4 minutes left. They had this game. Wake Forest had this. They had it, you guys. And Wake Forest blew it. They ran the ball. But when they needed to pass it, Clemson was ready. Clemson was blitzing already because they were expecting get off my screen. They were expecting a run. So they blitzed. It's a really bad 6 points. They didn't. Oh yeah, you're forced to go for 2. And Jordan Ellis, no run. Another run. This incomplete. So it's 3rd and 10 already. Looking like Clemson probably going to pull this one off. Because Wake Forest did choke. I will say that Wake Forest, unless Hartman has this miracle in him, which I won't count Wake Forest out, but it's looking like a high percent chance that Wake Forest is going to lose this. Sadly, I don't want to say that. I want to see Wake Forest win this. But 3rd and 10, they need a touchdown to keep this game going. They need It's 30-10, so they have 2 plays to get a touchdown, or 2 plays to get a first down. But if you're a Wake Forest fan right now, you are livid at the coaching decisions that your team has made. Sam Hartman run for 4 yards to the Clemson 21-yard line, makes it 4th and 6. But if I'm a Wake Forest fan, I'm livid at the coaching staff for Wake Forest, in that they had 4 minutes to get down that field and score a touchdown. I understood why you would run it here and there on that drive to waste the clock, but not. It was a 7-play drive. 6 out of the 7 plays they had were runs. They only got like 30 yards. Or 20 to 30 yards. I forgot how much. But you guys, we all know, Sam Hartman, look at his stats this game. 337 yards. 6 TDs. 6. And you're not going to pass it? When you have 4 minutes left. And I believe this is the last touchdown or first down to keep this game alive. And it is a incomplete pass. Wait. Incomplete? Incomplete pass to A.T. Perry. And Clemson holds on to win. Damn it. Wake Forest gets their first loss of the year. Clemson wins. Clemson stays undefeated. Wake Forest falls, and Wake Forest will fall out of the top 25, I'm expecting. And honestly, Wake Forest, you guys get a round of applause from me. But your coaching staff blew that game. The play calling offensive coordinator, fire his ass. I don't know who the hell he is. Fire his ass, because he made dumb decisions down the drive. Because just run. Pass the fucking ball. And now when you're going to pass it, when Clemson knows you need to pass the ball. Clemson knew you had to pass the ball there. Don't make Clemson confused. You guys were doing a great job all game. From what I was seeing, you guys were doing a great job of that. And then you just, out of nowhere, just do that? That's really embarrassing. If I'm a Clemson fan, if I am a fan of Wake Forest, I'm not happy. Like, I'm not happy if I'm a Wake Forest fan in general, but I am happy in a way if you look at it from a different perspective. I'm happy if I'm a Wake Forest fan because my team, that shows a lot. Yes, I know that this was their one chance to get that. But I'm happy as a Wake Forest fan because they put up a fight. They put up a fight. They did not stop. They kept giving it to the number 5 team in the country. But at the end of the day, bad coaching decisions at the end lost them this game. And then we have Florida versus Tennessee. Texas, Number 20, Florida going up against number 11, Tennessee. Florida already has 1 loss. If they lose that game, if Florida loses the game to Tennessee, I would say Florida's chances at the college football playoff are over. Then we have, and then Tennessee, number 11, Tennessee is 3-0, looking to get another win to make it 4-0 to stay undefeated. Then we have number 22, Texas, going up against Texas Tech. Both teams are 2-1. Texas is up 7-0. Miami is going up against Middle Tennessee. Miami should not be in the top 25. Wait, what the hell just happened there? Let me go get out of the top 25 real quick. And then I will have to get off live soon, you guys, because I do have something at 5 and I have to get ready for it. But I will tell you who my upsets are, and I will be back live later tonight to do a recap show. But we have UCLA versus Colorado, 21-10. UCLA is up at halftime. UCLA is undefeated, you guys. They are 3-0. Not many people know that. UMass is only down by 7. Congrats to UMass. Can they get their second dub of the year, UMass? Let's go. Then we have Fordham versus Ohio. Fordham, 3-0 in the FCS. My FCS, I love Fordham. I love because they're FCS. I love almost every FCS team. I do. Versus Ohio. It's 21-31 at halftime. We already talked about those. We have Notre Dame going up against North Carolina. North Carolina is undefeated. They are 3-0. Notre Dame is 1-2. Can Notre Dame prove that the first two games were just Marcus Freeman getting used to stuff? Can they prove that? Can they? I'm a Notre Dame fan. We all know. I posted a video, my reaction to them playing Cal. They got to get their heads out of their ass. They played like dog water. So can they play better this game? We'll have to wait and see. They're already down 7-0. I didn't realize that. It's looking like they're already dog water. Okay? Looking like we may go 1-3 to start the season. Great. As we have Duke and Clemson, Duke, Kansas, Vanderbilt have better records than us. Great. Minnesota versus Michigan State. Minnesota is 3-0. Michigan State is 2-1. This is a great game. This is a really great game. I think it's going to be an amazing game. And Mohamed Ibrahim already has 1 TD, 4 carries, 20 yards. That's a player to watch. I think he's going to be an amazing pro. Last year he was a great player most people forgot about because last year he tore his Achilles. But he's a player that I will tell you guys, keep your eyes on him during the NFL draft this year. I think he may go first round. Indiana versus Cincinnati. Indiana's looking to stay undefeated. Cincinnati's looking to end Indiana's undefeated streak if they win today. Cincinnati has just got a field goal. Makes it a 3-0 game. Cincinnati. Then we have James Madison versus App State. James Madison is 2-0. App State is 2-1. App State has been on this little miracle run. Will their miracle run get ended by the FSU team that came up to the Sun Belt this year? James Madison. And James Madison is looking to prove a point this year. That FCS teams can compete when they move up to the FBS level. Then we have San Diego State going up against Toledo. Toledo is 2-1. San Diego State is 1-2. We have Florida International going up against Western Kentucky. Western Kentucky is 2-1 after coming off of a loss last week. Florida International is 1-1. North Texas versus Memphis. North Texas is 2-2. Memphis is 2-1. North Texas is up 3-0. UTSA is 1-2 for a surprising start. And they playing Texas Southern. I'm expecting UTSA to destroy Texas Southern. Georgia Tech's going up against UCF. Georgia Tech is 1-2. UCF is 2-1. Thinking that UCF's going to win that one. Now let's go to, and UCLA scores coming right after halftime. Wow. Now let's go to our FCS, and then we will do our FCS, and then I will be getting off live, you guys, and I will be back later tonight, probably around 7 or 8 Eastern time. I'm sorry that this was such a short stream. Like I said, you guys, I promise you guys, next Saturday, I will be much better. I will be much better. It'd be great if my computer would work. It would be amazing if my computer could work. Reload it. See if that works. I just am surprised. And Cincinnati, I've got to say, Cincinnati is a 15.5 point favorite over Indiana. You heard me right. You heard me right. And also, my upset watches are, we have Oregon, number 15, Oregon going up against Washington State. That's my upset watch for the games remaining. Upset watch, I think Washington State, you got to put some respect on Cameron Ward's name, the quarterback for Washington State. Put some respect on him. Then we got, I wouldn't say Texas or Arkansas, like, that's not an upset game. That's just a really, really good game. Wisconsin versus Ohio State, upset watch alert. Upset watch alert. Just because I'm me, and I love Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt upset watch on Alabama. I don't care what anybody says. And then Kansas State versus Oklahoma. Kansas State has won 2 out of the last 3 meetings with Oklahoma. Last year they didn't win it, but will they win it this year? And then Oregon State versus USC is another one on my upset watch list. Oregon State is 3-0. They are another team like UCLA that is moving quietly, but they are very good. Wyoming versus BYU. I honestly think that is another upset watch. I think Wyoming does have a good team, but I think that BYU is also trying to prove a point now. But I would say it is on the upset watch list. Let me go all the way up and see everything that's not going right. Let's see if this thing's working now. No. It's like they don't want me to show the FCS. They don't like the FCS, you guys. You see? Even ESPN don't like them. I know it's probably because I have no connection. I know that's probably it, but that's not the point. I'm trying to grab my charger. They don't want to see me win. I guess I gotta go like this. Let me go like that. Let me just exit out of it because ESPN, yes. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Just looking at the ground. Just to wait for this to load up. It's 7-7. Texas Tech has scored. That's the new Heisman commercial. You guys saw a preview of it. I can't show it fully, but y'all saw it. Okay, let's go to my FCS. Let's go to my FCS and show you guys the scores. We got Lafayette going up against Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania is up 12-0 with 4:02 left in the fourth. And we have Morehead State versus Stetson with 11:19 left in the fourth quarter. 26-31. Stetson is up, looking to go 3-1, and Morehead's looking to go to try to get to 500. Then we have San Diego versus Valpo, and San Diego is down 28-14. They both looking to go 500, and both are looking to not fall to 1-3. Holy Cross is up 35-10 against Colgate. Holy Cross looking like they are going to stay undefeated and get their first win in the Patriot League. Bryant is up only 28-26 against Long Island University. They're both looking to get their first win of the year. Then we have Yale versus Cornell. Yale looks like they were pissed about last week losing to Holy Cross. Are destroying Cornell 31-1 or 31-7. Fordham, as I said, we already talked about that one. Dartmouth versus Sacred Heart. I was gonna go to that. I was thinking about going to that game, but then I had work, so I couldn't make it in time to see my boy Isaac Boston. But I'm sorry, I'll be there next year. 21-17. Dartmouth is up at halftime. St. Francis, Pennsylvania versus Norfolk State. St. Francis at the beginning of the third quarter is up 35-12. Then we have North Dakota State, the number 1 team in FCS, going up against South Dakota, and it is 17-17. Will we get an upset here? Will we get an upset there? Marist versus Drake. Both teams have not gotten a win here, but it looks like Marist is trying to get their first. They're both trying to get their first one. It is 24-13. Marist is up with 4:14 left in the third quarter. Stony Brook is looking to get their first one of the year, but it's not looking like they're going to get it against Richmond. Richmond is up 35-7. Then we have Grambling versus Bethlehem Cookman. Grambling is up 19-17 at halftime. Mississippi Valley State going up against Jackson State. It is 28-7. Jackson State is up on the Mississippi Valley State Devils. But 9:41 left in the third. Lincoln University going up against St. Thomas, Minnesota. St. Thomas is up 15-6. Merrimack is beating Delaware State 21-6 with 7:43 left in the third quarter. Idaho State is going up against Northern Colorado, and Northern Colorado is up 13-7. Then we have South Dakota State going up against Missouri State. This is my FCS game of the week. South Dakota State is winning right now 7-0 against Missouri State. Then we have North Dakota going up against Southern Illinois. Southern Illinois is coming off of a great victory against Northwestern, and looking like they're trying to get another great victory against North Dakota this game. It is 7:32 left in the second quarter. It is 17-7. Western Carolina going up against Samford. Western Carolina is losing right now 14-0. Then we have Lehigh versus Princeton. Princeton is up 10, or it is tied. I can't do math. It is 10-10 with 6:49 left in the second. Central Arkansas going up against Southeast Missouri. We have a tie game because Southeast Missouri just got a touchdown. Elon versus William & Mary, a great matchup here. William & Mary is up 14-7, but Elon is trying to get a score there. Monmouth versus Villanova. It is a tie game, 7-7 at the end of the first quarter. Then we have Albany versus Central Connecticut State. It is 14-6. Albany is up with 4:38 left in the first quarter. These games just started. We have Jacksonville State versus Nichols. Then we have Idaho versus Northern Arizona. Portland versus Montana. Eastern Kentucky versus Austin Peay. Virginia Lynchburg versus North Carolina Central. That is your wrap-up of the scores of right now. I will be back later today. Later tonight, you guys, I will be back. Thank you guys for tuning in. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. Thank you for watching. And until next time, see ya.